Greetings. What's going on, guys? It's about that time. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the live Q&A. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, a little bit of housekeeping, right? We got some free stuff that we're giving out for you guys for coming through. Check out my simple six-pack system. It's going to show you the do's and don'ts of getting six-pack abs right before that summer comes, guys. So if you guys, don't want to be at the pool, the beach, wherever you at this summer with a t-shirt on, trying to, pretend like that big ass belly ain't there, go ahead and get that free simple six-pack system. It's gonna help you out. Who we got in the chat tonight? Type in the comments. Where you from? I want to see what cities we got up in here. We got the homie Queez said big belly. Hey, I'm here to help y'all overcome that, right? And potentially not have to deal with that no more. We got the homie Philippe. What up? PlayStation's in the building. Hey, yo, I used to fuck with you heavy, man, in my teenage years, man. Karen, what up? She says, I love you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. There go my cities. DC's in the building. What up? Massillon, Ohio. Sorry to hear that. I'm just teasing, man. I always fuck with people from Ohio because I'm from Michigan. We got Atlanta, California. Luffy or Goku? Come on, man. Kakarot all day long. Detroit in the building. What up? It's my hometown. Texas, DC. Jeffrey Epstein says, it's me again. Greetings. Pat Rice Hill. What up, Pat Rice? Hello. Marietta, California. Dallas is in the building. Dallas. Pittsburgh. What up? We got Kyle says, love your content, man. Hey, you have excellent taste, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the live, man. Glad I've been helpful sharing this information. Miami in the building. What up? That's where I'm at now. Well, Fort Lauderdale to be exact, just north. Okay, Russia. What up? Macedonia, Jersey Shore, fist bump capital. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. You know what I mean? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. We even got Guyana in the building. Luka Doncic pulled up. What up? Virginia. Okay. All right. So we got a nice international crew here today. Denver's in the building. What up, Debbie? Okay. Let's get into it. Corey, what makes you different from the other fitness influencers? Well, first and foremost, I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm a fitness coach, right? So what's the difference between a fitness influencer and a fitness coach? Well, a fitness influencer is just looking to influence you through fitness information, right? Maybe showing off their workouts or what they ate today. I actually legitimately coach motherfuckers on this shit every single day. I've been coaching people since 2016. And, that's my full-time business. I have a bunch of clients, dozens of clients from here to, Europe, wherever. And I give out information online as a means to, not only market what I do, but, help people. So I think that's what makes me different. I'm legitimately doing this shit. And I've been doing it for close to a decade now. A lot of these guys, they just talking about what worked for them. I'm talking about things that have not only worked for me, but have worked for hundreds and hundreds of other people who've gone through the program. All right. Can you confirm that you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight and that cardio with same intake won't lead to weight loss? Well, here's the thing. Cardio doesn't necessarily burn fat, if that's what you're asking, right? Calorie deficit is what burns fat. Cardio could potentially help you achieve a calorie deficit if your consumption of calories is controlled. But that part is more important than the cardio itself, the consumption. Because let's say you run for like half an hour and you burn 100 calories. If you eat a fucking banana, guess what? You've negated that 100 calories that you burn from the run. The run is gone. It means nothing now. So it's more important that you are on the consumption. And then understand this too. The more cardio you do, the less effective it'll be. So it's not the most effective form of fat loss, if that's what you're asking. Strength training is way more superior. How many clients do you have outside of America? Great question. Never been asked that. I think currently on the roster right now, I think there's about three on the roster right now outside of America. Total in the past, because I took my business online in 2019, I've had 20 plus. I don't know the exact number, but I can think of 20 people right now that I've coached one-on-one outside of the US. Do you support the Eagles? Nah, bro. I'm from Detroit, bro. Like I'm from Detroit, and now I live in like Miami. What the fuck would I support the Eagles for, right? You know what I'm saying? I like to support winning teams, okay? No disrespect to Eagles fans, but y'all saw what Jalen was doing last year, stinking up the place, okay? Um, what countries were your clients from? I've coached people from New Zealand. So New Zealand, UK, France, Switzerland. I've got some, what do you call it? Actually, I took on like 2 people from Africa initially. I don't coach Africa no more, just because some things with the time difference. And there's been a few Canadians. Those are the ones that come off the top of my head. But yeah, those are the people. What made you start working out in the first place? So, there was this movie I saw when I was, God, I don't know how old I was, but let me actually Google it so I can tell you guys. So the movie came out in 2006, so that means that I was, see, how old am I now? So I had to be like, I don't know, like 14, 14 or something, man. This movie called 300. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Show y'all young bucks. You youngins might not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but there was this movie that came out when I was like 14 going on 15 called 300. And it had this motherfucker here, Leonidas, right? It was about these Spartans. And if we just go to images on Google, you see what the Spartans was looking like, man. They was out here ripped, chiseled, you know what I'm saying? Looking like what men are supposed to look like, not out here with them big ass titties, you know what I'm saying? And that stomach that they hiding with big ass shirts, right? They was looking like real men. So I saw that. I was inspired, man. I think that day after seeing that movie, man, I went home. I did like 100 push-ups and 100 crunches that night. Like, yeah, like I want to get to that level, because after seeing that, man, it's just it was such an inspiration, man, to see men sort of exemplifying like bravery, courage, and just excellence, right? And I kind of equated the way that they looked to the way that they presented themselves. So I was like, man, I gotta step it up. I gotta look like that. You know what I mean? And so that's why I just started working out at home. As a 14-year-old. Yo, Corey, I like miners, and you? I mean, I ain't never met a gold miner personally. I'm sure they cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never met a gold miner, but I'm sure they're cool ass people. Terrence, how much to pay to get coach? Where can I sign up? Well, hey, listen, slow down. I don't even know if we'd be a good fit to work together first. You know what I'm saying? First things first is I'd have to learn more about where you at, where you want to get to, see if there's even a fit for us to even work together, right? So you have to apply to actually get on the call with me and my team just to see, right? As far as actually doing that part, you can check the link in my bio. There's a coaching application link in there. You can apply for a call. We can talk then. What are some snacks for building muscle? Guys, if you want me to talk about muscle building snacks, go ahead, drop a flex emoji in the comments, and I'll do that. All right, for sure. Terrence, go ahead, hit that link in my bio. We can chat. Yeah. What up? What up? What up? We got some Ohio in the building. Terrence talking about keto cookies. Okay. Okay. And then guys, also too, just want to reiterate for coming through. If you need help, getting to your physique goals for the summer, getting ripped, seeing that belly fat come off, starting to see them abs popping. Let me go ahead and drop that simple 6-pack system in the comments, giving that out for free. Let me not forget about Facebook, man, because I'll be neglecting Facebook unintentionally, man. Let me let me drop the link over there too, man, just to make sure they got it, man. You know what I'm saying? I do rock with y'all, Facebook. I promise, man. It's just YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Sending the link is a little easier to do. All right. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Almost there. All right, got it. Okay. So we got David says, hello from Kansas. What up, Kansas? Colin, do the 10,000 calorie challenge. Fuck that. Why would I do that? That's stupid. Mr. Urban World, what age do you want to become a millionaire by? I will be a millionaire before I'm 35, for sure. Right now I'm 32, I'm going to be 33 this year, so we'll be there pretty soon at the rate we're at. What's your take on intuitive eating? I've been doing and losing a good amount of weight. Okay, Justin, and anybody else who is interested in intuitive eating, here's the deal. Intuitive eating, what does that mean? Well, it means that you get to a point where you've understood what nutrients you need so much that you can intuitively do it. So you can do it without thinking about it, right? Meaning like you don't have to necessarily track as intensely, or you're not like lost, right? And so to me, that is a level that everybody should want to get to, but everybody has to understand that there's steps to get there, right? So really great book. I recommend you guys read it. If you want to just learn more about what it takes to be just the best version of yourself, high level. This is a book by Stephen Covey called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I read that shit when I was like 24. And one of the things he talks about is like competence, right? So there's all these levels of competence, right? And initially, there's what we call unconscious incompetence, meaning you don't know what you don't know. And that's where a lot of you motherfuckers is at. When it comes to eating, right, you don't know that you're eating food that's getting your belly big as hell, or you think that you're eating the good, you think you're making healthy choices, but really you just doing shit that's keeping you where you at, right? If you ever felt like you was making good choices, but your results don't reflect it, type 1 in the comments, right? Type 1. Right, because I know I'm talking to somebody. I know I'm preaching to somebody tonight. All right. So then there's another level, where you start to garner and start to gain some information, some better information, some knowledge, it's called conscious incompetence, right? And that's basically meaning that you know you're not good, right? So you kind of understand that, man, I've been making poor decisions with my nutrition, right? And you only get that if you start to get some examples or information that reflects to you that there are ways to improve at this. So I would compare this to like me telling y'all on videos, hey, that shit you're eating, it has more calories than what you need. It has more carbs than what you need. It has more fats than what you need. Start to focus on minimizing your calories, maximizing your protein, right? So now you're consciously incompetent. Now you know you trash, right? You know you're not good, right? Then there's another level. Once you start tracking, you reach what's called conscious competence, meaning like you're good, right? like you're good, but you have to concentrate to be good. So you have to track to get good, right? And once you've done that for long enough and it becomes a habit, right? Danae's like, what is he talking about? I'm talking about how your brain works, motherfucker, right? You get to conscious competence, you practice it long enough, you can reach a state called unconscious competence, where you intuitively know how to do things so well that it's actually hard to fuck it up, right? I remember hearing this story once of this old school basketball player named Larry Bird, who got hired to do a McDonald's commercial. And basically they wanted him to miss a free throw on camera on the commercial. Did you know it took him several attempts just to miss a free throw, right? He had trained his brain to get so good at hitting free throws that it actually was hard for him to fuck it up. That's conscious, that's unconscious competence. You so good, it's actually difficult to do things poorly. Those are the only people I think should be intuitively eating. The people who are so good at understanding food that it's actually hard to fuck it up. That was a long walk. I know. I lost some of y'all, but maybe some of y'all will get it later. Since I've been watching you for about 7 months, you helped me lose 70 pounds. Let's go. Edmund, congratulations, man. Love to hear it. I had to lose all that. I can have my hip replacement. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you, Edmund. I'm so happy to hear that, man. Let's give a round of applause in the chat to Edmund for just losing 70 pounds in 7 months. That's fucking amazing. What's your take on meal prepping? I think it's great. I think most of you guys would benefit greatly from it. I personally used to meal prep all the time when I was on my journey to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. Most of my clients now meal prep, and I personally don't meal prep anymore just because I pay a meal prep company. So I get meal prep, I just don't do it myself now. What meal you whipping up for 420? It's 420? I didn't even know. Man, I'll be working so much, man. I forget what day it is. Yeah, man, I already ate my last meal of the day, man. It was salmon, chicken, rice, broccoli, beans. I lost about 22 pounds in a month. Let's give it up for Premium Network. Little hand clap of praise for him in the chat. Motherfuckers out here losing weight. Terrence, I am 300 pounds. Need to get on that deficit. I'm rooting for you, brother. Rooting for you. Anything I can do to help, I got you. What's your opinion on sparking up? I think it's for who it's for. Anobius. What up, love Bill? Bill Cosby's here? What are we talking about? How many push-ups you think I should do today? However many you want, man. I don't really understand the meaning of the question, right? What are you looking to accomplish by doing push-ups? Nicolas Cage Fitness official. That's funny. Do you need to be in the reverse diet first before going straight to a cut? Maria asked that. That's a good question. So I think it depends on where you're at, right? What's the meaning of a reverse diet? Well, a reverse diet is what is potentially prescribed to those who've been in a deficit for a long period of time, which may have slowed their metabolism down very much so that it makes it difficult to maintain the progression unless they slowly reverse the calories back up, right? So let's say you've been dieting down for like a year, you had to lose like 100 pounds or something like that, right? And then you get the weight off, but now you want to get to maintaining. Well, what you could do is slowly, incrementally increase the calories, maybe each week by, I don't know, 100, 150 or something like that, until you get to what's called a new maintenance. And the idea when you're reversing the calories like that is to maintain your weight the same, increase your workload in the gym, right? Get stronger, so that your metabolism increases and matches the new set calories that you want to get to. Sharon says my video is frozen. Let me know if she's capping or not. If y'all can see me moving around, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Okay. Opinions on Chike's coffee protein shake? Never heard of it. All right. Israel says she's capping. All right. Yo, Sharon, you need to go check your internet connection. Okay. Is the brand Pure Protein Bars good for building muscle? Well, here's the thing. Building muscle has nothing to do with whatever fucking protein bar you take, right? A protein bar can aid in muscle building because if you're actually consuming enough calories, making the progress, protein bar is just a quick source of protein, maybe some carbs and some fats too, depending on the brand. So if a pure protein bar helps you get to your protein goals for your muscle building, as well as getting those quick calories in, yeah, it could help, right? If you need help understanding how many calories you actually need to get to your goals, you can start with the simple 6-pack system that actually teaches you how to get to your macro goals. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat again. All right, man. I just had to, I had to make sure, man. I had to make sure my internet was good, man. I was concerned. Okay. When it comes to protein powder, does it matter if it's third party tested or not? I have never looked at that shit ever in my life. Personally, I've never looked at this shit. Now, that's not advice. That's not to say to you that there's no benefit to knowing what's in your powder and what's known in your products, right? But I've never looked into, hey, is this a third party tested company or not? I'm just not that obsessive about protein powder. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why, but let me tell y'all why that is. Let me break it down. I don't get the majority of my protein from protein powder, right? I'm actually getting like 80% of my protein from actual food. So if worse come to worse, let's say I'm looking to diet down, right? It's actually better if I eat all my protein instead of drinking it, because if you eat protein, you're more satisfied, right? You're more satiated. It's different for muscle building. Obviously, you want to kind of just get as many calories as you can in quickly. But I mean, for me, if I'm eating more protein, I'm never upset about it. So if I found out let's say I found out my protein powder was like, oh shit, the ingredients is trash, I would just not drink it and just eat all my protein. um, but I've never looked into like a third party tested. Yeah, buddy. What's your thoughts on long runs, cardio after weightlifting sessions? Um, I don't really. So it just depends on what your goals is, Israel, and anybody else who's considering going for runs after weightlifting, because you could hit a point where if your goal is to lose fat, you could build a bigger deficit, right? Um, if your goal is to get good at running, right? Like let's say you like to do 5Ks or marathons every few months or something like that, then you'd actually be detracting from your ability to improve your endurance on your runs if you're doing it post lift, because after your lifts, you've exerted so much energy, your running may suffer. So I guess it just depends on what your goal is. If you would have told me in that question what your goal was, I could have gave you a little bit more info. I will legitimately say that if your goal is to lose fat and you save that for after your weight training, that would be optimal for just the goal of fat loss, getting ripped, seeing more muscle definition, things like that. What kind of sushi do you like, and is it healthy? Hey, I love a bunch of different type of rolls. I'm a big fan of like veggie rolls, California rolls. Some specialty rolls are just different sushi restaurants around here because there's a ton of them. Um, I honestly I like to experiment whenever I go, to sushi restaurants and just kind of see like sometimes I ask the waitress, I'll be like, yo, what's the best roll y'all got here? And I'll just get, whatever rolls that they recommend. But when I'm getting sushi, I'm actually looking to refeed. I'm actually looking to get extra calories in. So a lot of the times, my goal will be to increase calories. Now, when you say healthy, I mean, it's relative, right? Because I think, my opinion, it's healthy to refeed your metabolism at least once a week if you've been in a deficit, for a long period of time, depending on how lean you are. And that's usually the purposes of me going in there and getting sushi. So, from that perspective, it can be considered healthy, but it just depends on where you're at in your journey. Is essential still the primary source of? Oh, hold on, I lost the question. Edwin Evans, Double E, what up? You know what I'm saying? Fayetteville's finest. Is Essentia still your primary source of water? What other brands do you like? Honestly, it typically is, but like let's say I go on Amazon and the Essentia is out, right? Lately I've been getting like this Niagara water. It's purified water brand from Uber Eats' market because I can get it the same day. Like I can get 3 gallons tonight. You know what I'm saying? They'll send it to me. So that's one of my picks. I'm also a fan of Pellegrino. Shout out to my sparkling water fans out there. I'm drinking some of this right now. It just made me feel classy. And it's, what it is. It's the carbonation that kind of gives you sort of a different sensation. So I'm a big fan of those things. But I mean, 95% of the time, yeah, bro, I'm drinking Essentia. Jennifer, what up? Hey, what are good supplements to take daily when you're trying to burn fat and build muscle? Let me make this clear to everyone who has supplement questions. Supplements will not burn no motherfucking fat off your body, and it will not help you build muscle. It just won't, right? You still have to do the work, right? It can aid in that process to some degree, but if the diet and the training is not on point, it will not matter, right? I want to be very clear about that before I even talk about supplements, right? If that's clear, give me a thumbs up. I want to make sure that's clear before I move on, right? Because I don't want you guys to get this misconception that there's some magical pill you can go take tomorrow and it's going to melt that fat off your big ass stomach, right? If you want to learn the magic to melt the fat off your big ass stomach, go ahead, grab that simple 6-pack system that I'm giving out for free, because that's going to tell you what? It's going to tell you nutritionally what you need to do, as well as what type of training you need to focus on, right? Go get that. It's free. It's in the chat, okay? Now, when it comes to supplements, what are my top picks that you can take that can aid in these things daily? Number one, creatine monohydrate. Obviously, creatine is the best and most studied supplement there is as it pertains to strength, muscle, and athletic performance. It'll help boost all of those, and it also will help with fat loss long term, because if you have more muscle, you burn more calories at rest, which will lead to more fat loss long term. Now, if that makes sense, type 1 in the comments, right? Type 1. That makes sense. Okay. So creatine is number 1. Number 2, right? Caffeine. Caffeine is number 2. I typically take caffeine in the form of just some black coffee in the mornings myself every day, or some pre-workout. Caffeine, it'll aid in athletic performance as well as preventing fatigue in the gym. And if you are dieting to lose fat, guess what? it's going to help your metabolic rate boost up, meaning you're going to burn more calories at rest, right? And it helps you achieve a deficit a little faster by curbing your appetite too, right? So caffeine's my other one. Go ahead, type 2 if that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? If that's what's up, that makes sense to you. Number 3 would be multivitamin, right? Most of us don't eat enough what? Fruits and vegetables. So to compensate for not getting those vital vitamins and minerals, we can compensate by actually just supplementing with a multivitamin. Now, I personally take a food-based multivitamin. I'm gonna show you guys to it because I know y'all gonna ask. Called Rainbow Light, and I take it because it is made from food, and that means your body can better absorb its nutrients. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. I got y'all. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You guys who want to get supplements on deck. Yo, I've been fucking with Rainbow Light for a while. Now, obviously, I'm not sponsored. I ain't got no motherfucking discount code or nothing like that. I'm just telling y'all this is what I like. I like the Rainbow Light. They got a men's one, they got a women's one. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go get that or not, right? You can just say, yo, screw what this ball dude's talking about. I'm gonna stick with my multi, right? But multivitamins, right? That's my third one. And then some other ones that I would add in would be like vitamin D3. This is going to help with testosterone production. It's going to help with your immune system function. It's going to help with your brain function. It helps with a ton of things, along with fish oils. Similar reasons, you know, brain health, heart health, cardiovascular health, joint health. Those are my top ones. Now, guys, if that was helpful, you know what I'm saying, drop a fire emoji in the comments, and we'll move on to the next question. Fish oil. Yeah, Rick. Fish oil tablets, baby. you put a question mark as if you've never heard of that before. Yeah, fish oil, baby. Is it possible to lose fat on the budget? Yeah, man. I think it's easier to lose fat on the budget. It's easier to lose fat on the budget. What are you talking about? You legitimately can't afford to be out here eating a bunch of food. so yeah, I would say, and that's what I did, guys. When I was losing 50 pounds in 5 months, man, I was on like a right out of college kid budget, right? So I had just got out of college, moved out of my mom's house and moved into my first apartment, had a roommate, right? I was living shit paycheck to paycheck at that time. And I still managed to get ripped in 5 months because I just kept it simple, man. I don't know why people think eating healthy is like expensive or some shit. All my clients tell me without exception, they actually save money just shopping on a meal plan and cooking their own foods in comparison to just eating out every fucking week. Most of you guys who have this misconception that it's expensive to eat healthy, y'all ain't even done the math, right? How many of you have actually done the math on what it would cost to do fucking groceries, cook your food versus, you know, go out and buy food every week like you're doing now? Nobody's going to say anything in the comments because people are not doing math on that, man. It's way cheaper to cook your food. Hey, Corey, you watching the Lakers game tonight? Maybe. It is the first day of the playoffs, ain't it? Shit. I just been working, man. I forgot. But yeah, I might watch it, man. I might watch it. Rick says, right on. That's what's up, brother. Shout out to Rick. What's the purpose of L-carnitine and L-arginine? L-carnitine is is L-carnitine. I always forget about L-carnitine because it's not that important. Is it a compound or is it an amino acid? I think it's an amino acid. Let me fact check myself. Yeah, it's Yeah, so carnitine, hold on. Yeah, carnitine is technically an amino acid. Oh no, no. That's why I always get confused. It's an amino compound. Right? So it's an amino compound that basically allows your body to be able to convert fat into fatty acids, right? So to burn fat, it's a two-step process. Not gonna go too in depth in it because it's boring as hell, right? I'm gonna put y'all to sleep. It's not the goal, right? You got one step, what's called lipolysis, right? That's when your body converts fat into fatty acids for you to use as energy. That process of using the energy is the second step. That's called oxidation, right? Fatty acid oxidation. So even though you convert the fat into fuel, you still got to oxidate it. You got to go burn that shit. L-carnitine is just making it easier for your body to convert it into fuel. You still got to get off your ass and oxidate it, or your metabolism has to oxidate it, right? L-arginine is just a precursor to it's basically a nitric oxide booster, man. It helps you get a pump. It's not a big deal. People who be pitching that shit, man, don't know what they're talking about. It's not a big deal. Um, Jennifer coming in with the heat again. So I'm hitting the gym, lifting weights for 35 minutes. Oh shit. Right. Then cardio 25 minutes. I'm seeing results by toning up, but I'm not seeing it on the scale. I'm trying to up my protein and I'll drink a supplement shake after my workout, but I'm wondering, what am I doing wrong? Am I consuming too many calories with my protein shake? How many calories are you consuming total? Right? Because it sounds like if you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit. So whatever you're doing as far as your total calories may not be a deficit for you, right? So I would audit the numbers that you have, potentially reduce it, reduce the calories by, I don't know, I don't know your stats right now. I'm just going off the top of my head. I've coached a lot of women. So let's say right now you got your calories at 1400, right? And you've been on that for like 2 weeks and you ain't seeing no fat loss. You could easily just come down to 1300, right? Keep your protein really high so you're satisfied, maybe 130 grams of protein. And then see if that moves it. Right. But I think you just got to move your total calories. So that'll be my advice, Jennifer. I hopefully that didn't go over your head. Let me know if that was helpful or not. If you need more help, I'm giving out that free 6-pack system that shows you how to track your calories in detail. I'll drop it again in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else who wants help understanding how to hit their calorie deficit goals so they can lose that fat, go ahead and get that free 6-pack system. I got y'all. Sugar-free gum, break the fast. Yeah. Yeah, it's got sugar alcohols in it. That's a slight insulatory response to that. Thank you for the tip about natural flavors. Stop the craving. That's what's up, Triple J. Glad that was helpful. Yeah, this is lit. Edwin Evans. Corey is correct. That's a fact. I already like how this sentence is starting. I already like that. It is more economical and better for you to buy your own foods and prepare your own foods. Working in the restaurant industry for over 20 years, I know you are usually being I know you are usually being low quality food that is being prepared very cheaply and being charged double for it. Yeah, man, you guys are saving money just preparing your own food, right? But that's the thing. Like, is it like the whole money thing? It's not that big of a deal, you know. It's like you could just make more money, right? That's always an option too. Um, what do you recommend for 6 foot tall, 210-pound wrestler and also offensive lineman? You must be in school if you're doing two sports. I lift 3 times a week and I'm trying. You trying? What you mean trying? You a try baby? What you talking about, bro? We don't do try over here. You either do or don't do. There is no try, right? Want to put on muscle? What should I be eating? Listen, man, you should be eating in the calorie surplus, bro. Like you got to figure out how many calories you need to be consuming to be in a surplus. Easy way to do that, man. Just take your body weight in pounds, multiply by 20, whatever that calorie number is. Boom. That should put you in a surplus. Hopefully that's helpful, big dog. Ryan Watkins says, happy 420. People still celebrate this shit? Not making the playoffs, keeping you big as hell. Oh, you must be talking to Wembyama. Yo, Wemby's gonna be the rookie of the year. For sure, for sure. How is Ernie Hudson so jacked at 78? I don't know who Ernie Hudson is, but shout out to him for still like, grinding hard at 78, man. Age doesn't have to be a limiting factor for you. Some people use it as an excuse. Other people use it as a reason and the means to go even harder than they've ever been. I heard a friend of mine say at one point, he feels like the older he gets, the better he gets. Kind of like when you're in a video game and your character levels up. So every level you actually are a better like character, you're a better player. You can sort of take that association with your aging process too. That's how I look at it, man. I'm in the best shape of my life right now at 32. Bulking up, eating a lot. Victor, I don't know what you're asking me, but if you wanting to bulk up, you have to consume more calories than you burn. Yes, but you got to be getting stronger. Carl, can you still get shredded at 46? Yeah, I've seen it. All right, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of guys get shredded at 56, at 66, at 76. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's about having the right plan in place and actually being consistent to that plan long enough to see results. Again, some people use their age as an excuse, but other people actually get excited at the idea of being an older guy and getting better results than some of these motherfucking 20-year-olds who are here making excuses. Is it more effective eating more protein or just drinking protein shakes? It's always more effective eating your food, bro. Right? I would say use the 80-20 rule. When you're thinking about how much you should be consuming in actual eating of nutrients versus drinking, because anything processed is always going to be less nutritional than something whole food. So when you got to compare eating the protein versus drinking it, which is going to absorb better, which is your body going to recognize better, the real shit or the shit that they made in the lab? We all know the answer to that, right? Eat your food, baby. Travis Davis, been watching all your shorts, very informative and great format. Thanks again for the hard work. Travis, appreciate the compliment, my brother. You have excellent taste, apparently. Can you pick a number between 1 and 2,500, please? No. Any ways to remove arm fat almost the most effective way? Yeah, it's the same way you lose fat from everywhere, baby. You just got to be in a calorie deficit long enough to see your body pull fat from everywhere. There are no exercises or special techniques to burn fat from a specific area in your body. Guys, think about fat. The same way that you gained it is going to be the same way you lose it. Your body decided, right? You didn't get to pick where your body put the fat, just like you don't get to pick where your body burns the fat when it's time to lose it. All you can ever focus on is just lowering your body fat percentage, and gradually your body's going to burn fat from everywhere. Right? If that made sense, give me a thumbs up in them comments. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. All right. How long after you start being in a calorie deficit do you truly start seeing results? I mean, it depends on how big the deficit is, right? 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if your deficit is like, let's just say your deficit is 100 calories a day below maintenance, if you only do that and you don't increase your deficit more, it's going to take you 35 days to lose a pound of fat. Right? But if you get more aggressive, right, and you just say, all right, I want to get in a really aggressive deficit of 700 calories a day, right? So you create that deficit through, maybe you do 10,000 steps a day. You looked at your calories, you come under maintenance, like 500 or something, whatever that is for you. And you stay consistent on steps every day. You end up creating a 700 calorie deficit. Let's just say you did that. You do that 7 days in a week, right? 7 times 700, It's 4,200 calories. In a week, you've lost just over a pound of fat. So it just depends on how aggressive you want to get. If that made sense, type 1, y'all. I want to make sure I ain't lose nobody. I believe in no child left behind. The homie Mitz Chaos says, what's your height and weight? I'm 5'10", and I am 185 pounds. Commander Luke, what do you recommend to make snake become more firm? What you talking about? Snake from Metal Gear Solid? I think you just got to keep playing. What's some of the clean protein meat I can eat? Pause. Yo, you wilding over there. I helped my coworker lose 5 pounds. Now she's at 187. Should I do 187 times 10 to start her? Hold up. To start her at 1870 calories. I think she might need less than that. Yeah, DBX Fit, she's going to need less than that. I think she sounds like she's really overweight. So she's probably going to need, like, I would go, if she was my client, I'd take like 300 calories off that, bro. Right? Because she's a woman, and 2, sounds like she's really overweight. So like I would go like 300 calories less than that. Keep the protein the highest, right? Go like 40% protein. Watch what's going to happen. It's going to be magical. Do that shit and thank me later. Grease Wayne is funny though. He says Quest cookies and cream snickerdoodle candy bars is out of this world. It just sound like a commercial. Hold on, let me give me a straw for my my thing real quick. I got the magnesium on deck, y'all. Edwin says, do you keep yourself motivated, and how often you reset your goals? So I don't really give a fuck about motivation. Motivation is not a big deal to me. The hiccups is attacking me. Hold up. Like, motivation is an emotion, right? So it comes, it goes. It doesn't really carry any more value than I may give it. Just like a moment of sadness only has the power to control my actions that I would give to it. You know, the same that, you know, a moment of excitement would control my actions, right? Like, let's say I was like super excited, and I don't know, man, I decided to like run around in the street shirtless, right? Like, you know, that's an irresponsible decision, right? That's an emotional, irrational decision, and it probably would come with a lot of like dangerous circumstances, right? So like that, the thing is, man, that's how I think about motivation. Like, a lot of you motherfuckers be making decisions based off whether you motivated or not, and really it just shows that you're not strong-willed enough to control your emotions to actually make decisions associated with what you want, right? Because it's about really discipline, right? It's about like giving up what you want now for what you want most later, you know, and that just comes with like shifting your perspective on like what you're doing and why you're doing this. I think more people would like benefit from thinking not about what they want to accomplish, but what happens if they do nothing. Like, what will be the consequence of you staying where you at, right? Would you be happy 5, 10, 15, 20 years if nothing changed, right? Because if the answer is yes, then maybe you don't need to change. Maybe you need to just keep doing that shit you're doing right now, right? But if you're like extremely upset about the idea of you being the same 10 years from now, if that's frustrating to any degree, if you feel like, you know, potentially your health would plummet, or you'd feel depressed, or you'd feel unfulfilled and empty, then those things will drive you to want to take action. And so now with that drive, you can think about, all right, well, I'm not doing this to do it because I'm motivated. I'm doing this so that I don't have to deal with that end result. You know what I'm saying? That potentially could be detrimental. So hopefully that's helpful. Robbie says, thanks for all the tips. You're helping people out here, me included. Glad to hear that, Robbie. Keep doing what you're doing. Get them wins. Steven, I like the Roman chair sit-up. Me too. It's one of my favorites. Corey, is Planet Fitness one of the best gyms around? No. I mean, you can get some gains at Planet Fitness if you know what to do, if you program properly. I got some clients that go to Planet Fitness now, and they look better than some of y'all, right? But that's because they have a expert coaching them, planning them, planning their nutrition and workouts for them, so you can get results at Planet Fitness, man, but by no means is it one of the best, because it's missing out on one of the best instruments for strength and muscle growth, which is barbells, heavy barbells, man. Do you know stray kids? Nah, I don't. I'm a grown ass man, man. I don't be talking to a lot of kids, man. What we gonna talk about? It's not to say I don't like children, but I don't have kids, right? So what am I talking to kids for? Am I gonna lose extra weight? Do you want to lose extra weight? Right? I don't know what you're asking me. Smith machines instead of barbells at Planet Fitness keeping you big as hell. I would agree with that statement a lot. What are healthy things? Corey, what's the music you like? I like a large variety of music, man. I'm a big fan of hip hop, R&B, rock music. I like a little instrumentals. Sometimes I listen to video game music in the gym, or like anime music. I listen to a lot, man. My shoulder has been messed up. Oh, are you complaining, bro? I tried benching and it hurt. Oh, po baby, man. Hey, listen, I got some shoulder mobility videos out there. Just go on YouTube, type shoulder pain, Corey Armstrong Fitness. Some of that'll fix you up, man. It'll fix you up. It'll help you out. Do some of those movements I list out. What's your favorite band? I don't know if I have a favorite band, because I'm a band hopper, right? If my homie keep on his journey, man, who knows, man? Maybe the Frago band might be my favorite. You know what I'm saying? But I need my homie to keep consistent with his habits, so that could be a true statement, man. How many grams of protein does my cat have? You gotta ask him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk. You gotta holler at your homie. I don't really know about that. Support from Naptown. Okay, I don't know where that's at, but that's what's up. What you drinking? Hey man, this is my special orange elixir. Mm-hmm. What's the best machine to build your chest muscles? The best machine? The machines are not the best, right? I want to be clear. The best thing that you can do to build your chest is progression strength on the barbell lifts, right? Flat and incline, and same thing with flat and incline dumbbell press, right? I think the machines for chest should be supplemental to that. So you should add in flies and crossovers, things like that, to actually slightly increase the volume. But make no mistake about it, like, you're gonna make most of your progressions by actually just bench pressing and maybe doing dips too, weighted dips. My man's just brought up a good one. Machine pullover is a good thing. It helps with that serratus, man. That's going to translate to all your pressing movements. I like and appreciate your truth and honesty about fitness and making changes in your health. You're always talking about taking responsibility, putting in work, and getting wins. That's a fact. Double E, dropping gems today. What are your thoughts on Ozempic? I think that shit is trash. Personally, right? I'm happy that you're doing something to like better your health, man. But I think, I think you setting yourself up for disaster, right? Because all Ozempic does is curb your appetite, man, so that you're not hungry. And so, yeah, you force yourself into a deficit, but because of that, you run a high risk of actually just losing, you know what I'm saying, muscle. You lose muscle, you be out here looking flabby, frail, your metabolism slow, and you're more likely to gain weight again. So I think Ozempic is trash. Yeah, I think it's better to just submit the right habits that's going to help you lose the fat and keep it off, right? By understanding your nutrition and staying consistent with training, let your body do the rest. But that's just me, man. You can do whatever you want to do, bro. You're a grown ass man. Same. I'm a nurse, and it increases the risk of thyroid cancer. I didn't even know that because I haven't looked that much into Ozempic to have a conversation about the potential risk of cancer. But yeah, a nurse just said that. Dip machine good to use if I can't do a dip. Nah, man, fuck the dip machine, bro. Just do just do like elevated push-ups or something until you're able to do dips. I got a video on that too. What do you think about tuna lunch kits? That should remind me of Lunchables, man. I wouldn't recommend that shit. Yeah, you getting some protein, man, but is there anything else of value in there? I think it's like some crackers or some shit. It's all bullshit in there other than the tuna. Just get tuna, man. Just get tuna and make a wrap. Get tuna, go get you a Mission Carb Balance wrap, right? And then just put the tuna inside of that. That's going to be more filling and going to have way more nutritional value than that lunch kit. Man, that shit's trash, bro. But you didn't know, man. I'm don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm just telling you. I don't see too many people using tuna as a protein source. Well, it's because like tuna's not the highest quality protein source out there, but it'll work. You know, if you just have a convenience issue. You know, if you're like, hey, I want to get this in quickly, but you know, I didn't make time to prepare food. It could be a good supplement to that. In that, you know, maybe you didn't grill, you know, chicken or steak, but you know, you can grab some tuna right now. I've been eating too many cupcakes. I mean, you know, that's your personal business, man. If you want to eat cupcakes, man, if you happy with what cupcakes is giving you, right? If you can look at your stomach every day and be like, hey, I'm fine with where it's at, keep eating them cupcakes, baby. But if you're not happy, man, you know, if your stomach big as hell, maybe cupcakes might be contributing to that. Adolf Hitler Fitness says, today is my birthday. Happy birthday, man. What type of ab workout should I do at home? I'll too cool for the gym. Daniel Lee. Well, listen, man, you could just go ahead and grab my simple 6-pack system for the free ball. I'll just drop that in the chat again for you guys who just may want some help with what to do as it pertains to, you know, training your abs properly and obviously knowing the nutrition side so that you can actually see your abs. But there's several movements you can do in that guide. I think can help you out. Simply Wavy. Hey, Ty Dolla Sign has a great song called Wavy. Go check that out, man, if you want to just ride to some vibes this summer. Simply Wavy says, how many days a week should I be in the gym if I'm trying to drop 50 pounds and build muscle? Depends on how fast you want that weight to come off, man. Do you want it to take, you know, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or a year, right? I think you really got to ask yourself how fast I want to get to the goal, right? Now, I've had clients, it depends on how much weight you got to lose too, right? Like I just had a guy in my program, he lost 56 pounds in like 80 days, right? Which is ridiculous, right? I know you guys are thinking, oh my God, how's that possible? Is he okay? Is he healthy? Yeah, but he was over 400 pounds when he started. So he had a lot of weight to lose. So it came off very quickly. This guy was only in the gym 3, maybe 4 days a week, right? So it's possible to get a lot of results quickly. It just depends on where you're starting from and what your protocol is, like what your nutrition looks like. And then obviously, how much you're willing to put into your routine as far as exercise. So it could be 3 days, it could be 4 days, it could be 5 days, it could be six. It just depends on how hard you want to go, man. On a budget back in the day, I ate tuna multiple ways. Hot sauce, barbecue sauce, mustard, grill. Man, you was out here, fucking, saucing it up, literally. I ain't never heard somebody say they put barbecue sauce on their tuna or grilled it. That's creativity right there. That's creativity at its finest. Coach, so I got to eat 4,200 calories. You ain't got to do nothing, Logan. You can keep doing what you've been doing, but you asked me what it would take to build muscle, and that's what it would take, man. You got to shoot for that. Now, you might get lucky and reach a surplus, before you get to 4,200, like, but you gotta shoot, you gotta test it and see, like, maybe 3,000 to get you there, or maybe 3,500. But sort of, I like to look at goals at like this. Not what do I have to do to hit them, but what would I have to do to ensure that failure is impossible? Like, how hard would I have to go to ensure that failure is impossible? So when it looks at muscle building as a goal, it's not about, all right, what calories would I need to consume to build the muscle? No, how many calories would I need to consume to ensure that it's impossible to fail at the goal of building muscle? That's why I gave you that body weight times 20 equation, because that will ensure success. EDP 445 Fitness says, Corey, I'm going to jail. How can I lose belly fat? I think it's just gonna happen to you, bro. They don't feed you that much in there. So I think you're just gonna be doing a lot of unintentional fasting. So you're gonna be fine. OP Pick Access. I have a sauna suit, bro. Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. Bigger than big as hell says, thoughts on people that's vascular as hell. I don't think about that. I mean, that's cool for them, but I don't be thinking about other dudes, man. What's your take on supersetting during weightlifting? I think it's excuse me. I think it's fantastic. Excuse me. Supersetting should be utilized as a tool in phases, right? Because it loses its effectiveness, just like everything. So what I teach my clients is we use supersets to chase what's called muscular endurance as a stimulus for training for about 3 to 4 weeks. But then we transition to other phases where maybe we're not supersetting. Maybe we're doing heavy weights with long rest periods, to push intensity, or maybe we're doing, moderate weight and we're pushing for reps, and we're just, focusing on hypertrophy training. So I think supersetting is fine, but it has its time and its place, just like everything. Insane Fire says, what the fuck are all these accounts? Hey, man, you got to ask them. I don't know. The trolls are fucked in here. Keep it all up. Yeah, they wilding out here today. Anyway, Corey, how do I get the women's in Universe cert. I don't know what you asking. You got to be more clear about that. Corey, I'm 5'9" and 288. Would I use the machines or no? Uh, I mean, maybe. Is it going to help you get into a calorie deficit? Is the question. Victor Wembanyama is in heavy rotation today. Um, okay. Kai says, skinny fat. Where do I start? Lose that big ass belly, right? One place you can start is just go ahead and grab that simple 6-pack system. It's in the chat. I'm also it's in the description of the video too. I'm giving it out for the free ball. That thing will just show you how to get into a calorie deficit, man, so you can lose that big ass stomach. If you're skinny fat, I would definitely not recommend that you go on a bulk to build muscle, because the whole thing is you want to reduce the fat percentage that you have so that you can see visible muscle, and then obviously focus on building muscle from there. Now, I do think you should be strength training right now. If you skinny fat, strength train, build the calorie deficit in your nutrition, stay consistent. You may get lucky and build a little muscle in that deficit, but that's not going to be the optimal goal, right? Because it's not optimal to be in a deficit attempting to build muscle. So hope that helps, Kai. Anybody else that's skinny fat, man, just lose that stomach first. Lose that belly, man. All right, calisthenics versus weightlifting. Come on, man. You know the answer to that, man. Lift some weights. The fuck you think doing handstand push-ups and one arm pull-ups, man, is the way to get jacked, man? Like, yeah, it looks cool. Right, but you don't have to do that, man. It's a lot of guys that's like in really great shape that have never done a handstand push-up. I'm one of them. Right, same thing for fucking levers and all of that shit. Now listen, I'm not discrediting those guys who do it. I think it's very impressive, right? Some of the people I have a lot of admiration and respect for, they do that shit every day, right? I'm just not one of them. You will not see me out here looking to walk on my hands across the room or fucking what I'm saying, be at the jungle gym outside using the rings. It looks cool, man. It looks impressive, man, but you don't have to do that to build muscle, man. What are your thoughts on alkaline diet? I don't think it's conducive to those who want to get ripped. You ain't gonna get ripped on the alkaline diet. Alkaline foods are predominantly foods that are low in protein, right? And if you're not consuming enough protein, you're not going to build a ton of muscle or build your metabolism, so you lose more fat. So I just don't think the alkaline diet is conducive to people who want to look ripped and see muscle definition. If you are chronically ill, though, if you are like clinically obese, it could benefit you in a lot of ways around your health. That's why a lot of people gravitate towards it, because they have health issues. I mean, the Dr. CB people, shout out to Dr. CB. He was a doctor, man, who was like helping people who were sick, man, about to die. That's not the same as somebody who wants to get ripped, man. Would a 2-day fast help reset my metabolism? Potentially. It just depends on what's been going on up until now, right? If you've been out here just eating a bunch of food, eating like a fat ass, right? And you fast for 2 days, yeah, it's gonna help you out a lot, because you're gonna certainly build a deficit. But if you haven't been eating anything, right? You've been out here eating like a squirrel, you eating one meal a day or some shit like that. Fasting for 2 days probably not gonna do you a ton of benefit. In fact, you probably need to eat more. So it depends on where you're sitting at. Because if you haven't been eating that much and you consume more, that'll actually do more to reset your metabolism if you combine it with strength training. Hopefully that's helpful. Who are your favorite fitness influencers? I don't know if I have favorite Fitness influencers, right? Because again, I said this at the beginning of the live. Like, I think there's a difference between fitness influencers and fitness coaches, and I just don't be watching a bunch of fitness shit, man. Now, there's coaches I respect in the game, who've been coaching longer than me and who I actually learned a ton from. When I was coming up on my fitness journey, just shout out a few guys, man. Chris Jones, he don't even know he my big bro, but he is, man, because of all the information that I was able to garner from him, learning fitness macros, just nutrition and just lifestyle advice, man, and changed my whole paradigm on things, and it contributed to me losing 50 pounds in 5 months. So shout out to Mr. Pump Chasers himself, Chris Jones. Also fuck with Brandon Carter. That is like big bro. He's my mentor. You know what I'm saying? And we got a good relationship, good friendship, and he's helped me in business now. But initially, his fitness content helped me a ton. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch the Hodge twins too back in the days, man. Shout out to them. Before they became comedians and started doing a bunch of reaction videos and just shit like that, man. They fitness shit, really helped me a lot, intermittent fasting especially. So those, I'm old though, right? So a lot of the guys that I'm talking about, some of y'all ain't never even heard of. Coach Corey, are you watching the NBA games today? Potentially, right? We'll see. Only women have love handles. That's funny. Ruby says hello. Greetings, Ruby. How are you? Corey, I lost 40 pounds. Shout out to you. Osama, right? Do you go to Lifetime? Yes, I do go to Lifetime. I think I saw you there. You probably did. Say what up next time, man. We'll love to meet you. Intermittent fasting helped me lose a lot of weight. That's what's up, Robert. You know what I'm saying? Robert and Heather. I don't know which one of y'all it is, but hopefully both of y'all out here getting weight loss wins, man. Are you drinking orange juice? Well, I am drinking something that's orange, but it's not juice, right? Corey, I have love handles. How do I get rid of them? Create a calorie deficit. Stay consistent to it, man. iOS Chris, glad you got rid of some of the trolls. They got rid of themselves, man. I ain't that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Jose says, I didn't want to interrupt you. You was lifting hella weights. Hey man, that's what I do. Commander Luke, that's how better subscribe. Appreciate the support. Coach Corey, please mute some of the trolls. Can you ask serious questions? Hey man, that's their business, man. Hey, what are your thoughts on Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia? I'm not thinking about it at all. I don't even know. You just told me about it. I ain't know shit about it, man. Ruby, I'm having trouble with self-control. What do you mean? What do you mean you're having trouble? Boobs or butt? It's a good question, though. That's an age-old question. I'm gonna go with butt because butt is more respectable, right? A woman can build her butt, right? She doesn't have to do anything for boobs. That's just genetics, right? But I always respect somebody who put in some work. So if she built that butt up, hey, that's respect. Now some women, they just gifted with it from genetics, right? You see their mama, you like, oh, that's why, But some women, they built it from scratch. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that a lot more. Yeah. Ryan Garcia chugging beer at the weigh-in, keeping them big as hell. Probably. Yeah. What do you think of fruit smoothies with real fruit in the morning? I listen. It depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to lose fat, I do not recommend smoothies at all. Right? Very, very little satiation as it pertains to you getting nutrients into your body that's going to stay with you. And it's so easy to get a bunch of calories in really quickly with a smoothie and not even realize it, right? A lot of y'all drinking smoothies and you seeing weight come off, but you're not realizing, one, you're not feeding your muscles the right amount of protein to actually sustain it, right? And build your metabolic rate over time. And also, two, you may be drinking smoothies and not losing weight and don't recognize why. It's because liquid calories add up quick, man. So I don't fuck with smoothies personally on a fat loss diet. Now, if you're looking to build muscle, it's different. Because then at that point, drinking your calories makes sense if you have a small baby appetite. It's a quick way to get some in. So I'm not a real big fan of smoothies unless you build muscle out here. Okay. Okay. James Jones says, Quest bars or Lenny and Larry? Lenny and Larry all day. Lenny and Larry got the flavor game on lock, right? Quest bars have not figured that out quite yet. I mean, they're fine, they're acceptable, but they ain't like Lenny and Larry. I feel like the Lakers can upset the Nuggets, and also love your content, bro. Keep it up. William, you might be on to something, man. Any team that has LeBron James on it has a chance. I'm having trouble getting back into walking again. I can't go more than a mile without stopping for a few minutes and then starting again. I used to walk 3 miles, no problem. I just started back. Robert and Heather, I don't really know what your limitation is. All I can say to you is like small wins over time make a big difference. So if it's really a thing with walking for a few minutes, just track that, right? You might feel better about, like, let's say today you walked for 5 minutes and then you had to sit down. Well, if tomorrow you walk for 6 minutes, guess what? You just leveled up by a minute. And so if you just track that day after day, those small incremental wins can add up over time. I coached someone not 2 years ago now, who she actually had MS and she was bound to a wheelchair because she lost her ability to walk. And so essentially her small wins were things that we really focus on together, right? Like, how long can she stand? How much weight was she losing? Just doing workouts, sitting in a chair, or things that she could just do on the ground and whatnot. She was able to lose 30 plus pounds, you know, and improve her ability to stand for a long period of time, right? So there's ways around everything, but I think you got to be tracking what you're doing so that you can stay excited along the process about the incremental successes that you're getting. So hopefully that's good perspective. Okay, that's what's up, Alex Jones. uh I walked 25 miles with 70 pounds on my back. Commander Luke sounds like a real general. Yeah. Corey, can you beat a chimpanzee in a fight? Probably. Tell them to put. Yeah, you know somebody who want the smoke. I'm from Detroit, man. Probably been through worse, man. Corey, should I eat uranium fungi? I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the macros is hitting like. What's your favorite protein powder flavor? Yo, I'm a big fan of anything strawberry. So strawberry protein powder, strawberry, mostly anything is always going to be the win for me, man. I think strawberry just does something to me, man. I'm a big fan of that. Nadine says, Corey, love your page. You have excellent taste, Nadine. Thank you for the support. Ruby says, I walk 5 miles sometimes every day, but I have not lost any weight. Ruby, if you have not lost any weight, it just means you're not in a calorie deficit. It's okay, right? You just probably need to clean your diet up, right? Nobody's telling you that shit, but I'm here to tell you that's probably what it is. You're not locked in nutritionally on how many calories you actually need for you to be in a deficit to lose that fat. So you can change that if you empower yourself with the information. Like I said, I'm giving out that free 6-pack system tonight. It's a little guide in there, teach you how to track your calories, and if you've never done it before, it'll help you. It'll help you pop that calorie tracking cherry. so to speak. And hopefully there's some valuable information in there for you. Mary sent me some black hearts. Thank you, Mary. Uh, what's your thoughts on honey packs? I don't know what that means. Corey, I am Dominican. I can't stop eating. My mother's cooking good eats. That's it's unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, that was wild. The Draymond did that. Okay. Mike Tyson lost a bunch of weight quick at 55. Did he? How much weight did he lose? What's the benefits of completely cutting out carbs? I don't know, man. Like, I personally, I would never do it. I haven't went that route, so I'm not even going to speak from a place of like, I'm not going to speak from a place of pro cutting out carbs, but because I think it's stupid. Honestly, if you don't have to do it, then why would you do it, right? I lost 50 pounds in 5 months eating carbs every day, so you don't have to do it. If you decided to do it, though, there could be some anti-inflammatory benefits. It could be easier to get into a deficit. If you're doing it as a lifestyle, it could be something that you can, habitually notice that, being in ketosis, you have a more even energy flow. But a lot of you guys don't know how to adjust your macros well enough to get substantial healthy fats to compensate for the lack of carbohydrates, or how to hydrate in the absence of carbohydrates. So I would just tell you to do a fast versus just giving up carbs forever. Giving up carbs forever is some dumb shit, in my opinion. What are you? What are you? What are giving away today, Chris? How giving away the simple 6-pack system, man? It's in the chat. It's for the free ball. It's gonna help you, you know, learn what it takes to burn that fat, keep it off, and create consistent habits. Uh, okay. Chris just asked me what the simple 6-pack system is, as if I didn't just answer that shit. Literally just told you what it is, man. The link is in the chat. Nadine, I wish I could hire you. I'm 59 years old, been on steroids since 19. Oh, and I can't lose weight. Steroid induced diabetic. 34% high blood pressure and on 18 meds. Nadine, man, can't imagine what that must feel like being in that situation. But I tell you that, as long as you got another day, you got another opportunity to turn that shit around. You know what I'm saying? So just empower yourself with the information, with what you can do right now, in spite of all those limitations, and just focus on doing that as consistently as you can. Just because you're in a situation right now where you have all these obstacles don't mean you have to stay that way forever. But if you believe that you are going to stay that way forever, then that will become true for you. But that's the thing about beliefs, guys, is just because you believe something doesn't mean that it's true. But if you do believe it, it will become your truth. You know what I'm saying? Become true for you. So, if you start just focusing on how you can get up out of that shit, Nadine, you can figure it out. There's people who've had bigger limitations and they found a way to come up out of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can come up out of it. Saying you're in a wheelchair. Hey, I've coached people in wheelchairs. I was just talking about a lady I hope to help lose, 30 plus pounds in a wheelchair with MS, with 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? You can turn that shit around. Yeah. Believe in you, little as hell, keeping you big as hell. Shang Tsung is in the chat. Shout out to Shang Tsung, man. Man, I remember as a kid watching that Mortal Kombat movie, and he took Liu Kang's brother's soul. Man, it just made me just look at life different, man. Like, What would that be like, man? Somebody just took your soul out your chest, man. Like you didn't even get to fight. Like you just just take your soul, right? I feel like that'd be worse than losing a fight or getting shot. Because if you get shot, you know what happened. Like, oh man, shot me. I'm about to bleed out. But like, no, somebody take your soul out your chest. It's like it's gone. Lavada Sloan glaze. That should sound like a delicious dessert. Sloan glaze. That wasn't disrespect, Lavada. I like your name. I got an email from you today that talked about weight loss. Shouldn't be the big goal, but the focus on the things you do daily and celebrate those wins. I thought that was so awesome. Lavada, glad that I could help you. And hopefully that helps you propel you to the successes that you want to see for yourself. Not listening to Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and Westside Gun keeping you big as hell. Yo, I definitely listen to Benny the Butcher. Definitely. Benny the Butcher is better than all of them. To me. Conway is a very skilled lyricist, but musically he is not as entertaining as Benny. The Butcher coming. You know what I'm saying? What is your professional opinion on hyperbaric oxygen chambers and ozone therapy? I would have to do more study on both of them. I have not studied them enough to give you a legitimate yay or nay that makes sense. If you ever notice me not talking about a particular topic, that's typically intentional. It means that I've either not studied it, am studying it, or don't give a fuck about it, right? And those two things, I have not studied it enough to speak intelligently about it. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like, oh, yeah, I know all the things about hyperbaric chambers. Nope. Got to do more study before I can tell y'all about it. Yeah. Do you like Red 40 or hate it? I don't really give a fuck about Red 40, man. I don't be thinking about it. That's the thing with Red 40 and all those other, artificial colorings, man. Like, I'm just not really that focused on it. When you fast a lot, you tend to not really concern yourself with all these ingredients because you got to think, man, a lot of these toxic things that you put in your body, if you give your body enough time to clear out and detoxify itself, it's not that big of a deal, right? So you talking to somebody who fasts 24 hours to 48 hours every single week, multiple days a week. I don't give a fuck about like consuming some foods that might have some artificial ingredients, man, because if I do what I have to do on my end, my body can clear that stuff out. Oh, the homies is in Chicago. Okay. Chicago is pretty cool, man. I always have a good time in Chicago. I got family out there on the south side. Was it hard for you to lose weight? Nah, I mean, it's relative, right? Like it's relative. So it was hard to I don't think it was hard to lose weight, man. It was hard to get out of my own way and realize I didn't have the information. You know what I'm saying? Like for a very long time, I would just do stuff. Like I would do like fucking I would do a lot of the Shanti, you know what I'm saying? Insanity. I would do the bodybuilding.com workouts. I would just do a bunch of random shit. And I didn't see any results. Right. And I used to get frustrated. But what I didn't realize was I didn't have a real plan. I was winging it. And so my results were random and reflection of that. So for me, like it wasn't really hard to implement the things once I understood the right things to do. But it was difficult leading up to realizing that, I didn't have the answers. I need to go find them. So hopefully that's good perspective, man. When I had arms, I used to flex normal movements to show off. You know what I mean, Corey? That's what's up. Thoughts on no fat for mental health and self improvement. I've talked about it before. I'm not gonna go into it too deep today, but I think it's some bullshit, man. I think I think it's some bullshit, man. Corey, thank you so much for your videos. They've been helping me a lot. From 263 down to 196. Let's give it up for Vic in the comments. Little hand clap of praise. Vic out here losing weight, almost 70 pounds down. Congrats. That's what's up, Vic. Shout out to Vic. Yeah, you getting some love in the comments, Vic. Salute, salute. Do you drink protein shakes when you fast? No. Why would so a fast is what? A fast is consuming no calories for an extended amount of time. If you drink protein, that has calories. Protein has calories, right? So no. That's stupid. Collins, what up, Collins? James Jones know what it is. Water and coffee. That's all we drink during our fast. Adolf. Today is my 135th birthday. How can I stay ripped at 135? You probably know more things about life than me, man. You are here at 135. No, it's the same rules apply for you as everybody else, man. Track your macros, stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? And get strong in the gym. If you need help on the framework, Adolf, you know what I'm saying? I'm dropping that simple 6-pack system for the free ball. What you think about sweet and low packets and coffee, 0 calories? Think they bloat your ass? I think it's trash, man. I think it's probably one of the worst things you can do for yourself, man, is get yourself these artificial sugars in your coffee. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens, man, is you basically you incite a bunch of cravings later in the day, man. You know, they really hijack your hunger hormones is what they do. But I understand, man, some of you guys is not as tough as me. Like, you can't just drink black coffee the way it is. Like, you need a little sugar in your tank. I get it. I'm not that one of those guys, man. I don't need to have something sweet in my mouth just to feel good about my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got other shit in my life that I'm happy about that don't involve the flavor of my drinks. So, you can do whatever you want to do. You can have your sweet and low, man, but I don't think it's helping you at all. How about bone broth during fasting? Ruby, I think that's a fantastic idea. Bone broth is loaded with sodium. And I think some of the other electrolytes too. I have to double check that, but primarily sodium, and that'll help your body stay hydrated in the fast. So help your muscles and cells retain water, helps with immune function, brain function, all that good stuff. Is there a free app I can use for meal tracking other than MyFitnessPal? MyFitnessPal is free. I've been using it for free since 2015, bro. They've been asking me to upgrade to premium. I haven't done it yet. So you don't have to pay for MyFitnessPal. You can if you want, though. Red meat or all fish to be leaner. You can do both. I'm pretty. Most would say I'm pretty lean, right? Like, I got visible abs and all that good stuff. I eat steak and fish, fatty fish every day. I eat salmon and steak almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Tina just pulled up and says, "Have you tried cachava?" They got a good name, cachava, right? If so, what do you think about it? No, I would never drink cachava. I think cachava is just a waste of calories, in my opinion. Some of our clients like it because they like hippies. Hippies usually like, You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is just natural. It's all these veggies in it. You're probably a hippie, Tina. No, I'm messing with you. I don't know. But nah, it's just like a bunch of, a bunch of veggies and whatnot, and inside of it's basically kind of like a high protein, almost meal replacement. I would rather just eat my fruits and vegetables and then just drink some protein and drink it all in one. I'm not a fan of cachava. Should you cut until you see defined abs? Yeah, that would be my advice. That would be my advice. I mean, I guess it depends, man. Like, what do you want to see, right? Like, if you want to see, and also too, it depends on your body fat percentage. Because some guys they get like 10% body fat and they can't see their abs because their abs are not thick enough. So maybe they get to 10% body fat and they find, oh shit, I need to build more ab muscle. All right, well, you at least close enough to see like the outline of your abs, right? So let's build up from here. But yeah, generally speaking, for most guys, if you've done it the right way, if you've trained with the heavy compound lifts, you've trained your abs on the way down, you're probably gonna have something to show off once you lose that fat. CrossFit question mark? Are you asking me if I support CrossFit? I think CrossFit is probably one of the worst ways to get in shape, if that's what you're asking me. CrossFit is a sport. All right. They do CrossFit in the Olympics. You know, CrossFit is like attempting to get fit on CrossFit is like attempting to get fit doing playing football. Right. It could work. You know what I'm saying? You can get in shape playing football, but is it the best way to do it? Right. Like football is a sport. CrossFit is a sport. Right. So, you know, the goal of being better at CrossFit is not the same as the goal of getting more rip, getting more lean, getting more muscle definition. It can help with that, but it's not the best, right? It's such a high risk of injury. It's not really conducive to like individual programming because it's just in a class environment usually. So I personally wouldn't say do CrossFit to get in shape. You don't have to. Do you agree with your viewers spamming big as hell on other YouTube comment sections? I mean, I really don't care what they do, man. I didn't even know they was doing it until other people told me. You know what I'm saying? So I just, yeah, I just live my life, man. Let them do whatever they want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? They individuals, man. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm gonna put y'all on. I use a calorie app to track calories on my bulk. It's so easy and convenient. I log my calories at the end of the day in the notes app. I have a chart. Yeah, so there's another app that you could use too. You know, um, Joe and Akira, do you still have meal plans? Yeah, I mean, I, you might be just getting to the live stream, but earlier I was talking about I got clients all over the world, and I coach them on nutrition, training, as well as there's an accountability system. So to answer your question, yes, but it's only for my clients. Like I don't just. It's a reason why y'all don't just see like a link to go buy some meal plan, today. I only give that stuff to my clients. What's better? Okay. All right, y'all. Well, listen, it's about that time for me. I'm about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for pulling up. Hopefully today was helpful. I'm gonna go live again tomorrow, give y'all some more tips, some more advice. Again, if you need more help getting to your fitness goals, I'm giving out that simple 6-pack system for free. It's in the chat, as well as in the link of the video itself, the description, I should say. And yeah, man, if y'all need any help personally, if you're on YouTube, you can hit the link to apply to do a coaching call with me and my team. We do not take on everybody, right? So just, keep that in mind. But, maybe there's a fit. And then you go on Facebook, Instagram, any of that. Just DM me the word shred and see if I can help y'all out. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Till next time. Peace.